The Aetherion dropped out of its third chain jump with the same gentle ripple that had become familiar. Stars realigned. The orange dwarf from the previous sector was long gone. Now a sparse nebula glowed, faintly ahead violet, and silver wisps drifting like smoke from a dying fire. The asteroid belt here was thinner, more scattered rocks tumbling in slow, lonely orbits. No planets, no stations, just empty space and the faint, persistent pulse of that coreward signal, now a hair stronger on the scopes. 12 hours had passed since the grav slingshot escape. 12 hours of short, cautious jumps. 12 hours of drills, rest rotations, and quiet conversations as the new crew settled into the rhythms of an ancient ship that treated them like long-lost family. But the swarm never slept. Rico's voice cut through the low hum of the bridge. Contact. Multiple. Closing fast from trailing vector. The tactical hologram flared to life. Green icons bloomed, first a dozen, then 20, then 40. Not the probing scouts from before. These were larger, heavier, organic hulls pulsing with internal bioluminescence. Tendrils trailed behind like living whips. Acid reservoirs glowed bright under translucent skin. Swarm interceptors, Zira said immediately, wings snapping tight against her back. Heavy variants. They've adapted. Faster jump tracking than the last batch. Lena zoomed the display. They're on an intercept course. ETA, 19 minutes at current velocity. They're not spreading out, they're coming straight in. Concentrated. Jack stood. They learned from the feint. No more playing games. They want to overwhelm us before we can maneuver again. Mia checked engineering readouts. We got full power reserves. Shields at 100%. But if they hit us with a massed acid volley at close range, even Void Layer might buckle under sustained fire. Sofia leaned forward. We can't run forever. They'll just keep adapting. We need to hit back hard enough to make them think twice. Jack studied the icons. The interceptors moved in a perfect wedge formation, coordinated, almost military. No hesitation, no fear, just hunger. Sentinel, he said, can we out-accelerate them? Negative. Swarm heavy interceptors achieve 0.42 C in normal space. Aetherion maximum sustainable acceleration, 0.38 C without inertial strain on crew. They will close. Jax's jaw tightened. Then we don't run. We fight. He turned to the crew. Every face was set some pale, some fierce already. Condition 1. Battle stations. All crew to combat posts. Rico primary lances and phase derays hot. Sofia secondary batteries and point defense clusters. Zira ready auxiliary flight controls in case we launch fighters. Mia, Kai, Mara keep the course singing. I want to overcharge margin if we need it. Dax overwatch on any stragglers that break through. Lena plot emergency jump vector, but hold until I give the word. The bridge lights dimmed to tactical red. Soft chimes sounded as stations locked. Bulkheads sealed. Gravity compensators ramped up. The swarm closed. At 10 minutes out, the first volley came dozens of glowing green acid orbs arcing through the void in a spreading net. Designed to force evasion, to herd. Evasive pattern beta. 4, Jax ordered. The Aetherion rolled smoothly, engines flaring. Most of the acid passed harmlessly. A few splashed against the shields, hissing, bubbling, but not penetrating. Shields at 98%, Rico reported. They're testing. Return the test, Jax said. Grav-lances forward batteries only. Target the lead elements. Short bursts. Rico's hands moved. Targeting reticles snapped to the 3 foremost interceptors. Firing. 3 invisible graviton waves lanced out. The lead swarm ships crumpled inward, organic hulls folding like wet paper, bioluminescence winking out. Silent explosions of pressurized fluids and shredded tissue bloomed in vacuum. The formation wavered just for a second. It tightened. More interceptors surged forward, tendrils whipping, acid projectors charging brighter. They're angry, Zira muttered. Good, Jack said. Angry things make mistakes. At 5 minutes, the swarm unleashed everything. A wall of acid orbs hundreds hurtled toward them. Behind it, boarding tendrils extended, writhing, seeking contact. Point defense clusters full, autonomous. Jax ordered. The hull lit up. Hundreds of plasma turrets spat fire. Bright blue-white pulses shredded incoming acid orbs mid-flight. Dozens exploded in chain reactions. The void filled with green vapor and sparkling plasma. But some got through. The shields flared white as acid splashed across them in sheets. Warning tones sounded. Shields dropping 84%, 79. Phase arrays wide sweep. Jax barked. Sofia took control. Violet lines flickered across space. The arrays didn't just hit, they carved. Entire rows of interceptors parted cleanly, front halves drifting one way, rear halves another. No screams, no fire, just sudden, surgical silence. The swarm recoiled. The wedge broke apart, but not retreat. Not yet. They circled faster now, more erratic. Learning again. 3 minutes to optimal boarding range, Rico warned. Jax watched the display. The remaining interceptors, still over 30, were regrouping into smaller strike groups, trying to flank. He made the call. Singularity Torpedoes. 2 tubes. Timed spread. Put them right in the center of their formation. Rico hesitated only a heartbeat. Captain, those are area weapons. We'll catch stragglers too. Do it. Launch tubes open along the midline. 2 sleek projectiles slid out dark, unremarkable, then accelerated. They detonated on timer. 2 pinpoints of absolute black appeared in the heart of the swarm cluster. Light bent. Gravity screamed. Interceptors nearest the singularities folded inward, metal and flesh spiraling into nothingness. The event horizons grew for 3 seconds, swallowing everything within 50 kilometers, then collapsed with a flash of Hawking radiation. When the light faded, half the swarm force was gone. The rest scattered, panicked, disorganized for the first time. Jump coils charged, Lena called. Vector clear. Jax exhaled. Get us out. Next jump in the chain. The stars folded again. Hyperspace swallowed them. On the bridge, no one cheered. They just breathed. Mia looked at Jax. We used one of the big guns. We had to, he said quietly, and they'll remember it. Sentinel's voice spoke softly. Swarm losses, 67% of attacking force. Adaptation profile updated. They will return with countermeasures. Jax nodded. Let them try. He looked at the faint coreward signal, stronger now, clearer. We're getting closer. The ship hummed onward, scarred but unbroken. The swarm would come again. Stronger, smarter, but so would they. First blood to the Aetherion, but at the cost of revealing some of its deadliest weapons. The swarm is wounded, angry, and evolving fast. The core signal grows louder with every jump. How many more fights can they win before the swarm brings something they can't counter? Hit the bell for more intense HFY episodes.